What's up, y'all? It's your girl Nova J, and I'm sitting here with two of the most talented, electrifying voices I've heard this year.
Wow.
Ajaee and
Ladi Zu, the music killer.
Please let her say it. It sounds good when she says it. Yeah. How are you guys feeling right now? You just did amazing. You just sang the building out of the unit, out of the frame. So I know how I'm feeling. I just don't know how you guys are feeling right now.
Well, were you?
Great, man. So it was a great experience. Just to come together as a group. This is actually like our first time actually performing together as a group in whole, as Peace in the Soul Funk. We, plenty of times have gigged with each other on other gigs, but we decided to come together as a unit, and it was perfect.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm elated.
Never thought that was everyone's first time together. It sounded so unison. So how does this venue compare to where we can usually see you guys? Is this small, intimate? Is that your usual type of stage? Or are you more used to larger crowds and really getting the vibe up places that you go?
That's the lady.
Well, let's just say there's greater in store. Okay. And it's starting out as intimate, but we're going to be, booked and busy, not to brag or boast or anything. It's just that we've dealt with a lot, and so we have a lot of experience and stuff like that. And so we just want, we just want our due, basically, as mothers, as vocalists, as music healers, as inspirators, and, just everything like that. We just want a bigger platform. And so, we're just so grateful for this moment, mission accomplished.
Yes. And you said so much right there. I want to ask, what encouragement or advice would you offer to someone who doesn't see past what's going on right now to keep pursuing their passion and their purpose and doesn't feel like they have what it takes to, live the life that they deserve?
You got to just keep going. As creatives, we can't stop being creative. And so to just stop and start and stop and start, eventually you hit some type of niche, you hit some type of common ground, and you meet some, a couple of people, and they're in that same boat, and then it just becomes a collective, and you can just, identify with all of that and branch out and just be,
Yes, love that. Like you guys are speaking live with me right now. I'm an artist, and I really enjoyed your performance. It was so inspirational, how you can work the room and use your voice and your energy, everything. Yes. So I know one of the songs was new that you said. Is there anything else coming out that we can be expecting from you guys? Any visuals, any songs? What can we see next from you guys if we're just on the edge of our seats waiting?
Well, not only do we have this group, we actually are solo artists ourselves.
Okay.
And I'll be dropping something pretty soon.
What's that name? Tell them that name.
I'm going to be dropping my next single called Toxic.
Okay.
Kind of a real kind of an aerial type R&B type song. Something different, kind of, I like to go back to that old era sound. So that's where I do best. So, just look forward to that next one on all platforms called Toxic.
Yes.
By Ajaee.
Toxic by Ajaee.
Yeah.
Anything coming up on this end?
I have a song that was written by my friend and my co-writer, Mario Gillian. And so it's called By the Way. It's like a neo-soul type of feel, it just kind of puts you in the mindset of like that early like soulquarian type of style to me. So y'all be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
We will.
And we're going to drop Sweet, the song that y'all heard tonight. We're definitely going to drop that.
Oh, the world needs that.
Thank you.
That's a summer anthem right there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. We need that.
Yes.
So being solo artists and now working with so many people, how would you say that's been challenging, or the pros of that? Because I know as an individual artist, they're always saying you should collaborate more, work with as many people as possible, write with as many people as possible. So how has that changed you guys, I guess?
You just really you really have to find someone that understands you and allow you to be yourself and actually accentuate what you do. And that it's all about a comfort zone with a person in relationships. The challenges of working with different artists, producers, and things like that. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. Being a producer myself and dealing with artists and developing artists, it just takes a special niche. That's what makes everything work. You have some people in the game that know it all and have all the solutions and tell you what's best for you and which lane you should be in. I learned over years that I had to be comfortable with my own skin, my own sound, and the way I was. Because everybody's like, oh, you sound like Mary. Oh, you sound like Jill. No, it took me years to sound like AJ.
Yeah, I love that.
So just find the comfort in yourself and be comfortable with yourself, regardless of what anybody else thinks. They can call you a bitch or whatever, but this is the way you want it. This is what you're putting out here. And you need to be very meticulous about your work and what you do. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, she said it. She said everything. Yeah.
I took a lot from that too. Like I just love you guys sound so much.
I mean, even down to musicians, let's get this right too, because it's it was.
We ran through a lot of them.
Oh my God. But like the niche is a deal. Yeah.
It requires patience.
Yes.
Yes, you guys have such a groove going right now. I can't wait to see what's next.
Yes.
What you have in store. Yes. I do want to ask one more piece of advice from y'all, and that would be to people who are just starting out, who haven't even decided this was their purpose, but just feel like there's more to life. They want to try music. They don't have a sound, like you said. They don't want to sound like someone else. How do you even start?
Well, and I think that's the pressure with a lot of artists is they'll say that, they'll sound like this. Like I've always been told I sound like Jill Scott or whatever, but I have inflections of Jill Scott. I listened to her in high school, but I also have, inflections of different jazz artists like Sarah Vaughan and Nina Simone or, Stevie Wonder, whatever. You're going to hear that. And so really nothing's new up under the sun. Right. So I feel like you can just pull from each of it, but you just have to make it your own. It's going to be unique in its own way because we're not the same, and I think that as long as they know that you're different no matter what you sound like, and as long as you're not trying to copy or plagiarize anything or something or have any ill will towards it, it's going to work out.
And as being a new artist too, find someone that will foster your, if you're a vocalist, find someone that will foster you under like vocals. Mm-hmm. Someone to say, that note ain't right.
Yep.
Don't allow, and be open-minded and to what people are going to tell you, like critiquing what you do. Mm-hmm. Because if a person didn't critique you over so much, that means they didn't really care about your craft and how serious you are about it. If they stay on you relentlessly, that means they see something in you. So be open to criticism. Yeah. Be very open. Don't
you guys are really speaking to me right now.
Don't take it personal because that person might have your best interest, but they might be the worst asshole. But they might. Why are they being that way with you? Because they see something in you.
Exactly. They believe in you.
They believe in you. So take it. Because everybody's not going to tell you that you sound good. And when people tell you that you sound bad, your friends or your good friends or friends who know music, when they tell you that and say, hey, that wasn't right, those are the people that you want to be. You want to hear you want them people around you. You really do. Because it makes you better. It really does. So that's my advice to any new artist.
Oh, I'm listening. It's just so funny. I'm like, did someone tell you specifically that's what I need to hear? Because it's like, I'm the artist, like, I know my sound. And people say, oh, you sound like Erica. This sounds like Erica Badu. And I'm like, y'all don't know how I want it to sound. No one can tell me about my sound because y'all don't know how I do it. And it's just like, whenever someone does criticize me, I immediately shut down. Like,
and don't get stuck in one lane.
Yeah.
You use your acrobat your voice or your sound to different genres because you never know. Somebody may hear you sound good in house. Somebody may hear you sound good in pop.
Yeah.
Somebody may hear you sound good in just regular soul R&B. You gotta try every avenue, because that shows how diverse you are. Listen to that vocal instructor, that vocal coach. Listen to them.
Be present in what you do.
It's always when you don't want to hear it. They're like, flat.
No,
What if
get
that
it
was
right.
my last straw, though?
But sometimes what you can do is you can make it right in your own way where it sounds good. You don't, because a lot of vocal coaches say, I want you to do this. They want you to just be right here. But you can be right here, but you can get to the right there if it sounds good. And then they can trust you by venturing off by yourself. They want to see what you can do by yourself. That's why they push you.
And music is about freedom, so just because it sounds like a bad note or something, it might be something, like you said, like you wanted to do or whatever. So the fact that could have been your last try to say, I don't want to do this anymore or whatever, you just have to be patient with people because they're hearing something totally different,
Right.
So just keep just keep striving, just keep going at it.
I will, guys. I'm gonna take this. It's not falling on deaf ears. Like, I'm gonna put this into practice, because if I get to what I just saw tonight, y'all doing,
Oh man,
I'm gonna do everything y'all just said.
oh
I
man,
promise
this
y'all.
is the master here on the
promise.
stage. She's the, and I learned a lot from her. And
I learned a lot from her.
I learned so much from her, because at one time I was just a shy artist on stage. I could sing. I've been singing since I was 5 years old in church, but I've always had this nervousness, and because I didn't know my voice, I didn't, even though I did well, but she taught me how to be, related to the band, the audience as well. I'm still there, but she breaks me out of my shell. That's why we kind of just gel so well together.
Yes.
We bounce off.
Ebb and flow.
I love that. I love divine timing, when a great thing comes
Yes.
together. So much. Anyone you want to shout out, your social medias or your cities? Anything else you want to say?
Shout
Wrap it
out
up.
to Atlanta, like
Yes, shout out to A.
that's where we get it from. But I also, just developed this from M-Town, Memphis, Tennessee. So, that's where all of this come from. And shout out to my kids, So.
Well, I represent Columbia, South Carolina, the Metro. Carolina girl, but I'm truly a peach now.
Yes.
Been here so many years, so I can say I'm a peach. But, shout out to, those guys who really took the time to let me be me and learn everything that I can be and let me just be creative. Yes. Marcus, the keys players, my biggest critic mentor. Shout out to the guys tonight who helped us put this thing together with Peace in the Soul Funk.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can catch me on Instagram, The Real Ajaee. That's with a D, DAREAL AJAEE. You can catch me on there. I don't do a lot of Facebook, but you can catch me on Instagram.
And you can, my Instagram is Lady Ladi Zu ZU the Music Killer all together, and our page Peace in the Soul Funk.
Yes.
Follow, because a lot of
Yes.
people don't know, and it's gonna be lit, as the young people say.
Well, thank you, Queen, so
Thank
much for
you.
sitting
Thank
with me
you.
today. Once again, my name is Nova J.
Yay.
Guys, take it away.
All right.
Lady Zu the Music Killer,
And A Jizzle.
and we're Peace in the Soul Funk.
We're out.
Peace out.
Peace.